All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Making It Keto. And today, guys, we're doing something very simple, very easy. This one is going to be quick. We're going to be simply making a cheesecake brownie, guys. And listen, this is going to be easy and it's going to be wonderful. So now what we have here, the Duncan Hines Chewy Fudge, brownie mix. And like I said, guys, now we don't have to make a lot of these things from scratch because some companies are starting to come out with some, pretty okay keto friendly, mixes, cookie mixes and stuff like that. This one right here, I use pretty often, and it doesn't spike me. So guys, I got this from Walmart, but if you don't want to use it and you're kind of wary of the ingredients that a lot of these companies be using, and believe me, I understand exactly where you're coming from because some of these guys are not genuine with the things they label as keto friendly, and I get it, guys. So if you want to go and check this out, pretty much I'll show you the ingredients here. And if there's anything on there that kind of throw a red flag to you, that's what I'm saying. If you're seeing anything in here that you think that's going to knock you out of ketosis, don't use this and just hit the link in the description box below to the, the more cleaner version of this brownie mix that I made in the previous recipe that I knew you guys would like too. So if you see anything here that you don't like, don't use this. Just use, the one in the link description below for my brownie mix. This is just an easier way, guys, if you kind of want to cut some corners and just kind of want to, make you some quick brownies on the go. This is your go-to, guys. And everything else, guys, is pretty much self-explanatory. We have some butter, 2 eggs. Our cream cheese needs to be room temperature, guys, so you might want to set this out an hour or so before you make the recipe because it mixes a lot easier that way. It's going to be hard to do this if it's not room temperature. And also we just need some vanilla, and that's it, guys. Like I said, this is a simple recipe. We're going to put it together quick, and I'm going to show you guys how to make one of my go-to favorite keto desserts. All right, so we're gonna start by making the brownie first. So we're gonna start by just go ahead and add it in our brownie mix into a large bowl. And this is actually wonderful, guys. It already has the chocolate chip chunks in it and everything, so that's pretty neat. I didn't realize it was like that. All right, per the instructions, it says add in 2 eggs. There goes 1. There goes 2. And then we're going to add in 6 tablespoons of melted butter. And also 1/3 cups of water. So pretty much we're just going to go ahead and mix this up now. And apparently that's all we're supposed to be adding to this mix. All right, guys, so what I have here is an 8x8 springform pan, and this is what we're going to be cooking the brownie in. Also, I have it lined with some parchment paper, that way it doesn't stick. And I have some avocado oil on the edges to kind of help it release when it's done. So we're gonna go ahead and pour this in. Oh, that got thick pretty fast, guys. All right, so now all we're gonna do is pretty much just spread this out in the pan. Get it somewhat even. All right, guys, and once we got it spread it out something pretty much like this, we're going to go ahead and bake this in a 350 degrees oven. We're going to be baking this for about 20 to 24 minutes per the instructions on the back of the box. So let's go ahead and do that and see what it looks like when it comes out. All right, so while the brownie's in the oven, we're going to go ahead and make the cream cheese topping that's going to go on the top of it, and it's very simple, guys. So this is what we're going to do. So guys, in the beginning, I showed you the, the ingredients we're going to be using, and I left out actually one of the most important things, True Whip. Guys, I found this at Walmart. I found this at Walmart, guys, for like $3. I think it was like $2 or $3. And this is what I'm talking about, guys, how now we're able to go in these stores and find things for us instead of having to make everything from scratch, guys. As you can see, 0 sugars, 1 net carb, true whip keto whip topping. This is what I'm talking about, guys. It's a step that you don't have to take when you need to make some, whipped cream, or put some whipped cream on anything. I've been using it in coffee, on the top of my keto cakes, just about everything that you could put whipped cream on top. This works with it, guys, and it's going to work in this recipe, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. We're going to need 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. Like I said, guys, this needs to set out for a while. You do not want to try to be mixing, straight out of the refrigerator cream cheese, because it won't mix well for you. So let's go ahead and get that in. That's 1 block. Here's your second block of cream cheese. So that's 2 blocks, 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese we're going to be using. Next, you can use any keto sweetener of your choice. I'm using Allulose, and I'm going to use a cup. Now, if you don't like it if you don't want your treats that sweet, or you don't want the cheesecake portion of that's this sweet, because the brownie part is already sweet and it's already in the mix, you could actually tone back on this and actually go with a 1/2 cup or even a 1/4 cup. It just depends on how sweet you want it. My level is a cup, so I'm going to add that in. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and add in the whipped cream, guys. We're going to add in approximately about 8 ounces of this stuff. You can add in a little less or a little bit more, guys. It'll be pretty much up to you. It won't change the texture too much, but 8 ounces is what you're kind of aiming for. All right, I also forgot to tell you about the chocolate chips at the beginning of the video. A lot of these things were stored in the refrigerator, and I just frankly forgot to put them out when I showed it in the beginning. But we're going to add in a cup of chocolate chips. And like I said, this is up to you. You can do a little less, a little bit more. Depends on what you want. But for starters, we're going to do a cup. All right, once we got this in, we're going to go ahead and give it a quick mix. And I thought this would have been soft enough, which is not. I'm going to go ahead and use my blender for this. I don't want to beat up my chocolate chips too much, but in this case, I'm going to have to give it a quick mix. All right, once we got this mix, I'm gonna go through with my spatula and just make sure I got everything mixed in at the bottom, all of the sugar, which we did. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna set this aside. We don't wanna really put it in the refrigerator yet, guys, because you don't want it getting too stiff. You wanna be able to move it around once we get it on top of the brownie. So just sit this out at room temperature, just leave it on the counter. Once our brownie's out of the oven and cool down, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this thing. All right, so the brownie is out of the oven. It's actually cooled down and everything. So now we can go ahead and put on our whipped topping. So guys, I like to leave it in the springform pan while I do this, because we're gonna have to put this in the refrigerator to chill for at least 4 hours. So there's no need to take it out of the pan yet. We're gonna leave it just like this and go ahead and put our whipped cream on top of it. All right, now that we have everything spread evenly throughout the springform pan, we're gonna go ahead and let this chill inside our refrigerator for about 4 hours before we even try to cut it. Okay, so our cheesecake has been in the refrigerator for 4 hours, and it's time to take it out of the springform pan. Everything has set up and it's time to cut it. But before I do that, I wanted to go around the edges with a butter knife just to get everything loose. That way, when I pull the form apart, it doesn't break the cheesecake up or anything like that. So make sure you do this before you take it out of the springform pan. And it came out perfectly, guys. As you can see, everything held together perfect coming out of the springform pan. I was highly impressed. Wow, guys, what a beautiful cheesecake. It turned out perfect, better than I thought it would. Everything is held up well. It's firm. You can see the chocolate chip. It looks amazing. All right, guys, so I just topped it this down with a little bit of sugar-free Hershey chocolate, and I'll link that in the description box so you can get that from as well. So guys, listen, that is it for the video. There was another great recipe, another great idea, another day making keto easy. You already know the motto here. We making keto easy by making everything keto. If you like the video, go ahead and give me a like, hit that like button. And if you like more keto recipes and you want to see more things from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with notifications. That way you can know every time I upload a video and you can see it instantly, guys. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.